Hi, my name is Michelle Knoll, and I'm running for state representative in the 44th District. What you might not know about me is that I'm a master gardener. I have my certificate from the Pittsburgh Civic Garden Center, which is now part of FIPS. And we're in my yard, my side yard, looking at my terraced garden. Terraced gardens are a nice concept for the Pittsburgh area because we have such hilly terrain. Terraces prevent erosion and help with runoff. If you have an area that you have a lot of runoff or you need to prevent runoff, it's a good way to manage your garden. When we first put this garden in with the help of my children and my grandchildren, we double dug the garden. So that means that you go down about a depth of 12 inches and turn the soil over to promote root growth. So this right now I have growing in my garden some broccoli and some spinach, because those are early crops mixed in with some wild daisies that planted themselves. This part of the garden gets quite a bit of sun, but I'll be able to use this garden for later crops because these are early crops. They will be done mid-June. Up here we usually do sunflowers and tomatoes because that gets full sun. In this next terrace, I have a bean teepee started, and we'll be growing pole beans on the poles, and my grandkids will use it as a bean teepee. In the next garden terrace, we'll use for early lettuce, and then I'll overplant that with eggplant and peppers. And down below here I have some garlic that overwintered, that's I think left from 2 years ago, and will probably put in here some squash as well as up above. We use compost that we use from our garden or from our leaf collection and twigs in the yard, mixed with kitchen scraps, and we use that to fertilize our soil. This year we purchased chickens, and we're going to use chicken and in our garden chickens to eat the pests, so it will be organic gardening, as well as to use their manure after it ages for a little bit. It's too hot initially. We also do vermicomposting, which is worm composting in our basement with our vegetable scraps. In our lower garden here we have some herbs, and this is my herb garden where the sundial is. I have strawberries over here. This doesn't get quite as much light as it ought to. Herbs are usually a Mediterranean or of Mediterranean origins, and so they should be in a little drier spot, but they do quite well. And I have my lemon balm is up, my horehound is up, mint and monarda. Mint and monarda and lemon balm are also in the mint family. You can tell if something's in the mint family, usually pretty invasive, by rubbing the stem. A square stem usually indicates that it's in the mint family. We also have a greenhouse that we start plants in. We started romaine this year to see if we can get a crop of romaine lettuce. And often you hear that you see on the seed packet that you should discard a seed packet after a certain date. I've had some luck, and we tried that at the Pittsburgh Civic Garden Center when I worked there, by using older seeds to see if they would still start, and usually they do start. We expect everything to grow when we plant seeds, and in nature, when nature plants a seed, like acorns for instance, only about 10% of those seeds actually come to fruition. I hope you enjoyed this little gardening segment today, and I will be running for state rep in 2020 in the 44th District. Michelle Knoll. Thank you.